I can kiss you all I want. Mwah. What are you gonna do about it, Mwah. Huh? There's nothing you can do. Mwah. There's nothing you can do. You can't escape it. Mwah.
In light of recent events at TwitchCon, I've gained a newfound respect for Strauss Zelnick. Now you might think, what the hell is he talking about? Okay, hear me out. In an interview, Strauss Zelnick said he never played a GTA game, and I quote, "That's not my job." In the drug game, this is called never get high off your own supply. Dan Clancy is face down in Twitch like Tony Montana. This guy spends more time trying to be a personality and hanging out with popular streamers, looking like a creepy ass uncle, dying to be cool and fraternizing with women young enough to be his granddaughter. Meanwhile, the site itself is a hot mess, and losing ground at Kick of all things. And TwitchCon is about to go the way of the dodo, or E3. Meanwhile, Dan is around every which way but loose. You can't see me, but I'm dancing.
Dan Clancy, we said was.
There's no way. Wait, Dan Clancy, do you know who I am? Wait, let me ask. That's literally him. Wait, Dan. Wait, Dan Clancy.
Show Daniel Clancy.
Wait, Dan.
Dude, I literally just saw Dan Clancy. On my soul, I did.
Not a gamer himself, Clancy mostly watches musicians or talk shows on Twitch. He particularly enjoys leftist political commentator Hasan Piker, who has 2.5 million followers on the platform. "I like the frankness and the bluntness," Clancy said. He's comfortable saying what he believes.
Shit getting out of hand now.
This dude threw a birthday party for Hasan Piker because they're friends, and I quote, which explains why Hasan has never been banned for stuff that would have led to other people being banned for life.
Bro, we're never beating the Hasan runs Twitch allegations after this. This is crazy. Oh my god.
Hey, dear Hasan.
This is crazy.
Congratulations, Dan. You're on you're on the list. To say Twitch was having a PR nightmare was an understatement. Hasan Piker is being dragged through the coals over zapping his dog. Days after that, Twitch puts a trans diaper furry fetish channel on its homepage. Then TwitchCon goes nuclear. Things came to a head on October 18th when the Twitch streamer Emiru, I don't know anything about her and I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't care to know. Well, anyway, she was assaulted during her meet and greet at TwitchCon. Casually walks right in and tries to power smooch her.
Whoa.
I don't know about you, but when I see this clip, all I can hear is DSP singing "Kiss from a Rose" as he swoops in.
Baby, I compare you to a kiss from a rose on the grave. The more I get to you, the strangers in blue, yeah. Now that your roses in blue, a light hits the gloom on the grave.
But I can't hit those anymore. I used to be able to sing that song perfectly.
Subscriber die!
Obey my dog!
When this video went viral, people started ripping the dude to shreds that was next to Emiru and did nothing. But he had a Destiny hairstyle. Like, what do you expect from him? Lay down a few karate chops on this dude? This is what you get, America. You've emasculated males until a vast majority of them are like this. You get what you deserve.
He's out of line, but he's right.
Emiru did a press conference on her channel to put Twitch on blast, because where else is she going to do a press conference? She's going to be on Fox News or CNN post. Let's see what's up.
I'm Flint Dicker, and you're watching the news.
Negligence around the event, and I'm not happy with the way that they're handling it now. And I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, well, I asked them, you know, like, what are they going to do about this? And you know what they said initially? They said, oh, well, he's banned from the platform for 30 days. What? And then she's obviously like, hello? Like, that needs to be indefinite. What the f are you talking about? Also, that's like nothing to do with anything. No one gives a f he's banned on Twitch or not. Like, we're talking about the convention here. So they changed it to indefinite. Takes an hour for that to happen, by the way. These two people are the head of security for Amazon and the head of risk for Twitch.
That was who? I was gonna leak it to my friend, but I guess I don't have to now.
Later the same night, I'm not gonna drop names here because I wasn't there, so I didn't
That's who they were.
But I had multiple people tell me that key Twitch representatives last night were out partying.
She's speaking about Dan Clancy himself, by the way.
Okay, so she's not going to tell you, she's not going to name names, but key representatives were out partying that night, the night after she got assaulted. This is an irrelevant photo. It is from that same night, but again, I don't know who she's referring to, but it is from that same night.
Oh my.
Emiru is doing all this. Dan Clancy is out dancing with bitches. He doesn't give a single. If Amazon had any brains, they would fire Dan Clancy and everyone under him immediately. Somewhere down the line, shit is gonna come out about him, and Twitch is gonna be a wash. It's gonna be over. Everybody will come out and be like, yeah, he's like really weird and touchy-feely.
The thing we do need to make sure we do, we got to keep attracting younger viewers that, you know, grow up on TikTok, you know, when they're 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, even though they shouldn't be.
Why the f would he say that?
Be like when Epstein got taken out. All of a sudden, he went from being the go-to guy to everybody like, oh yeah, he was always a piece of garbage.
It's even more is apparently Emiru had her own bodyguard, but he's been banned at the venue due to a similar incident, but he held on to a Emiru stalker until police showed up in the past. So much for upping security.
I had a security guard 2 years ago where there was a guy following me around TwitchCon, and he like asked him to stop multiple times. My guard asked him and the guy wouldn't stop, so he grabbed the guy, but he didn't like hurt him. He was just holding the guy until like the con security came. And then for some reason they're like, yeah, because your security guard touched him, he's like perma-banned from the venue forever.
Oh, on top of that, the other wildness is that Twitch was holding people's shows hostage or something.
So I had to cancel my meet and greet because of the stuff, but in order to, I can't cancel my meet and greet and not cancel her show because of the fact that the reason I cancel my meet and greet is I don't want to be in the same place for 2 hours. Because of people being weird.
Okay.
And then I'm under contract with them, so I can't cancel one and not cancel the other.
Interesting. Oh.
So I'm sorry,
I kept my
Emmy.
meet and greet because I wanted to keep my show. Surely it'll be
I'm
fine.
sorry, Emmy.
I'm sure everyone will be nice. Surely it'll be fine.
I'm sorry, Emmy.
I'm sure everyone will be nice.
Why would you do that? Like, why do you need the TwitchCon show? Why do you need any of this? Do they pay you to do that stupid show? Because it looked like trash. I don't care. I'm saying it. Most of these TwitchCon shows, everybody gets on stage, look like a retard, proving that they have no stage presence, talent, or ability. If there isn't a camera lit well on them and they just sit there and collect donos and read chat, they can't do a damn thing.
Black Boy Max, and today I present you guys with next big streamer. Clap for me. Clap for me.
And so, can you imagine how many lives this is going to be saving?
Extra Emily slipping and falling on like bubble juice. And I'm supposed to sit here and pretend it's a show.
Yes, you're good, you're good.
Oh! The internet was outraged that Twitch decided the move to make was to pretend like nothing really happened or put out some platitude emails. You know how it is.
The safety and security of all those attending TwitchCon is our highest priority. The behavior displayed by the individual involved in the incident yesterday involving the high-profile streamer and the
Don't matter. None of this matters.
Twitch allowed the assailant to walk. Originally, it was only pressured to apprehend him until Emiru's manager pushed for it. Asmongold urges women to avoid TwitchCon 2025, criticizes Twitch CEO over safety concerns. Asmongold warns women not to attend TwitchCon after Valkyrie and Cutie Cinderella dropped out citing safety fears.
Twitch is a site that has facilitated Goonery on a level that only adult sites have achieved before. Instead of nipping it in the bud and going, hey, we only do gaming here, they just kept letting things escalate till the site itself became baby's first cam show. And now we're wondering why there's a bunch of weird stalkeristic freaks that are roaming the halls of TwitchCon like doy. Anyway, Dan Schneider, Dan Clancy, Dan whoever he is, did an interview with Taylor Swift. That was an absolute PR nightmare. Take a listen.
and others. Obviously, we saw one Twitch streamer yesterday, Emiru, get assaulted by a male fan, and a lot of streamers have, especially female streamers, have talked about, you know, the danger that they feel from these sort of toxic, I guess, parasocial kind of creeps. What are you guys doing to prioritize safety? Because I know also a bunch of Twitch content creators said that they were too scared to even come to TwitchCon this year, just in case something like what happened yesterday would happen.
The safety of our creators is the top priority. The challenge we face is a challenge in today's society. It's not limited to Twitch. It extends throughout our society. I do think that when you're live streaming, in many ways, since you control your community and you can ban people, you can make it so that those people that you don't want engaging with you and participating with you aren't there. Okay, it's very different. You know, when I use other short form content and people say all sorts of stuff, well, I can't stop that. But when I live stream, they basically don't bother me.
I see. I guess Emiru should have just banned that guy from reality.
Now, what happened yesterday obviously was something that we care deeply about, securing this environment. You know, we're looking very closely at everything that happened there, and I care deeply about Emmy. She's a friend of mine.
So, later the same night, I'm not gonna drop names here because I wasn't there, so I didn't see it, but I had multiple people tell me that key Twitch representatives last night were out partying.
Dan was at a party for streamers. This dude is a wild animal. The only thing he cares deeply about is his perception of himself and the possibility of getting a little bit more clout and hanging out with people he thinks are attractive and fun. And a mere 70 years old.
And so I want to see how we can support her. This is just something we have to keep working on. I think everyone identifies our tools in terms of trust and safety as the leaders in the industry about helping creators, but that horse shit means there's always more work to be done, because that's the world we live in now.
Demi had posted earlier today that I guess this fan was allowed to cross multiple barriers at TwitchCon. Why should streamers trust Twitch to keep them safe at TwitchCon? Because I feel like simultaneously this has been such a secure event to the point that even like journalists have had struggled. Like, you know, it is very secure. But
and there was even like, I think it was Neon, was able to walk through the back of my meet and greet and was like, oh hey, like, can I come say hi? And it's like, what the Melbourne. Like, oh my god, it was just horrible.
You know, it is very secure. But here's this man that just walks up and is somehow able to bypass all these things. So why should they trust the platform when slip-ups or, you know, issues like this have happened?
Well, I mean, as you know, I think you toured some of what we do in terms of security. The reality is, even as you do a lot in terms of security in today's world, there are challenges that can present themselves, especially when someone is putting themselves out there, right? And so, you know, we try to work very closely with each creator about what they want to do and
I'm sorry.
I kept my meet and greet because I wanted to keep my show.
what works for them, right? So I don't want to get into any, you know, specifics or details, but part of that.
Clancy is like 80 years old. Doing partying with a bunch of 20-year-old retarded clout goblins. Grow up, you degenerate. Imagine you're 20-something at a party and this walks in.
I know, right? And not only it walks in, it tells you that he's friends with Hasan Piker and Pokimane, and he can do wonders for your career. Needless to say, the internet was pissed off at this. Like, really pissed. I haven't seen people this mad since Hasan zapped his dog. Speaking of Hasan, of course he had to talk about the current events.
Hasan, I saw Cutie saying, I don't really want to go to TwitchCon because I don't feel safe. And everyone was saying that they were stupid or overreact. Not everyone, but a lot of people.
Yes, a lot of motherfuckers saying that. Other content creators that were saying that. It was other content creators that were talking shit too. Yeah. Content creators and drama farmers, places like LSF, places like that stalker account that has now become like the LSF of Twitter.
How thought-provoking. Footage of the guy who tried to check Emiru's tonsils with his tongue started surfacing. That dude was walking with conviction on that day. This dude didn't even have to do any sneaking. He just walked around the line and got in there. How lax security was at TwitchCon. But Hasan Piker had a better explanation.
Allegations being used as simple drama. And while people were clout chasing back then too, because that's just like a normal aspect of how these things work, the clout chasing was still controlled through this social mechanism, this social enforcement. Like, I do not think that there would be a tone style content creator back then. Or if there was, Twitch used to ban partners for harassing other partners. Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's actually a good point. I forgot. Twitch used to literally ban partners for harassing other partners. Can you imagine? Can you imagine that right now? Think about that. Tone style content creator.
Did Hasan just literally say Twitch used to ban partners for harassing other partners? And then he just called Tecton a sex offender literally 3 seconds ago, bro. I love this guy.
Imagine if Twitch enforced the rules that I myself break.
You wouldn't be here if they enforced the rules, Hasan, you bastard. Twitch knew that they were in the shit, so they opted to go hard and bodyguard other Twitch streamers after things got really, really bad. And they started to protect our most treasured asset in the country, Fanfan.
Yes, Otto, the security guard had to go off campus with me too. Like, if I were to go back to the hotel, like yesterday I went back to the hotel and then he was like, he has to stay in the lobby and wait for me. And then if I were to leave and Uber somewhere else, he also has to come with me. And so I told my Twitch partner manager, I was like, listen, I know you guys are trying to help, and I know you guys are, you know, I know.
Who the hell even is Fanfan?
A war veteran shows up and asks Dan Clancy about platforming streamers that have sympathies for terrorist organizations, taking a wet dump on the country.
Hello, Dan. I've been streaming on Twitch for 9 years. I've been a partner for a long time. But another thing that I am is I'm a U.S. veteran, served in the Army, deployed to Afghanistan. Veterans are a protected group on Twitch. So I was just wondering, I've heard comments about the United States deserve 9/11, PTSD, veterans deserve that. When are we going to start holding other streamers accountable for stuff like that, regardless of social status?
Yeah. First of all, thank you for your service. Thank you for the question. Really appreciate, what you've done and all that. And, you use certain examples, and some of those examples led to enforcement, right? It's always a very tricky process because part of what we need to do is have a set of community guidelines, and we do have a team that works very hard to consistently apply them.
Bullshit artist!
The views of individuals aren't necessarily the views of our platform. We're at a time where people sometimes can talk in hyperbole, right? Unfortunately, and this happens on all sides.
What? This explanation doesn't mean a damn thing. It's some nonsensical whataboutism or some shit like that. Well, it happens on both sides. Yeah, but specifically, one side seems to get to do whatever, whenever, and it's fine. Get out of here, Dan.
Sakura revealed that he heard Dan Clancy was hanging out with young women at TwitchCon. Ooh, this is juicy.
Told that she was sick and that she couldn't see any more people, but she was completely fine. And then they also threw away the gifts the viewers got for her. And I was like, what the f is going on? Yeah, I've heard, like, this one was crazy. I heard Dan Clancy was out a lot of nights with young girls around him, which, whatever, man. If that's your thing, that's your thing. But, like, it just felt like this con felt so weird, man. Whatever. Like, last year I told myself I don't like TwitchCon, and so many people were like, "Why do you like TwitchCon?" And I'm like, "Well, how long do we have?" But even more problems end up popping up, and really, I think that this is going to be one of the last TwitchCons that people go to. The attendance this year was terrible.
I think you're allowed to go up there, Mr. Clancy. Of all the people, I think you can go up on stage. And he was like, "Oh, I want to say hi to my friends first." And he keeps walking, and he immediately stops by 3 19-year-old e-girls. And all the memes you see about that, let me tell you, I saw Dan probably 20 times. All right? And let me tell you, Dan, it's not a secret. The man, it's out there, all right? I'm not putting Dan on blast. Everybody already knows. I'm just confirming what everybody already knows. Dan Clancy, he's natural friend makers. A natural friend maker with e-girls.
You know he's using this shit to try and get bitches. Like, oh hey, I'll introduce you to Hasan Piker, a Pokimane. I'll open doors for you. You'll be on the ground floor. I have connections. You would be a great streamer. You have a really good personality. Now, some chick named Cinna reacted to Taylor Lorenz's defense of TwitchCon.
I'm gonna be honest with you, there were places it was really good, there were places it was lax. It's not as black and white as security is non-existent, and it's not as black and white as security is over the top, because both things were not true. I did see one journalist say, security was so strict, journalists couldn't even do their job. Girl, you know damn well, all right? Like, let's keep it a buck. You know damn well they weren't that strict, okay? They did try to do better this year. You know damn well. Don't even try. I saw that. I said, yes, and what the hell were you reporting on the TwitchCon floor? You know what I mean? What were we doing? I said, there's no way. That's the same girl who got sued for doxing people on Twitter? Is that true? I don't want to be spreading false information. Is that true? Did she really? Uh-oh. Pre-address on Twitter. GG. Taylor Lorenz is a complete moron. You can safely ignore her. Well, I don't really know her, to be honest with you. I just saw that tweet and I laughed and I said, oh my God, you poor journalist. You had to get your wristband scanned and couldn't get into a private area, so you probably couldn't do your journalism. Like that. I just don't think that journalists were that restricted. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sorry. Like, what are we talking about? Are we being so dead ass? It's like sometimes it just brings out the brain rot of people on Twitter, bro. I said, what are we doing? What are we doing? I don't know. I don't know anything about it though. I have no idea if the other thing is true, so I just don't really care.
This then led to Taylor Lorenz getting upset and having the oddest response to this whole thing.
Note that the accounts that are pushing this clip, by the way, these accounts are weaponizing an attack on a woman streamer to further an ongoing misogynistic hate and harassment campaign against me for my reporting on gender-based violence.
I don't know how misogyny and weaponized attacks go into all of this. You had a bad take on TwitchCon, Cinny didn't agree with it, and hell, most people didn't either. Video clearly shows the lack of give a damn by Twitch staff till it was too late. It's not that deep. There isn't some red pill community out to get you over Twitch. By the way, Emiru took matters into her own hands and she's pressing charges against the guy that tried to check her tonsils with his nostrils. And I think she needs to sue Twitch as a whole. You see, if Twitch isn't accountable here, then nothing, and I do mean nothing, will change or be done. Dan and everyone working under him at Twitch has to go. He is a trash leader pretending to be a Dollar General Hugh Hefner, more focused on trying to become an influencer himself, and it's all going to come crashing down one day. It's not a matter of if, but when. And overall, all of this is just simply Tuesday for me, because Twitch is a dumpster fire, an absolute dumpster fire. It's sad to think that there was a time where you look at Twitch and think, oh man, this is kind of fun. Everybody's just playing games, you're sharing your passions. Now you got to compete with psychotic, politically motivated freakazoids glued to their chairs and screen. Then you got to compete with girls painting their boobs or rolling around in hot tubs, figuring out ways to be as naked as humanly possible while trying to sell spicy content on the side. And you wonder why the site and the people that go to TwitchCon are a little unhinged. Ugh, we're coming for you globalists.